Hello students. Next our topic is centripetal force and centrifugal force. Centripetal force which is required to move the body, and external force which is required to move the body along the circular path with a uniform speed. This is called centripetal force. As we know, there is a centripetal acceleration v square upon r omega square r for the circular motion, uniform circular motion. Then the force is mass into acceleration mv square upon r or m omega square r. This is called centripetal force in circular motion. It acts along the radius towards the center and it's called the centripetal force. Then if omega is 2 pi nu, then the value of centripetal force is written as 4 pi square m nu square r. This is called centripetal force. But the force which balance this force and act along radial outward is called the centrifugal force, whose magnitude is same as centripetal force but the direction is opposite to it. We know the causes of centripetal force. It is called the real force, but centrifugal force causes cannot be identified, so it is called the fictitious force or the pseudo force, whose causes cannot be identified. Centrifugal force, they are we used centrifuge pump, we use the separators, cream from the milk separator, washing machines, dryer, they all are using these centrifugal forces. So we have the many examples for the circular motion, and to explain that examples, first we take that when a vehicle take a turn on the level road. If we consider this is a level road and the vehicle have to turn over there, if we say that this is just like some vehicle and its wheels touch the ground, so its weight is mg, downward weight mg, and the normal reaction, that is r, that is balanced by these r1 and r2 wheels, and there is a force of friction f1 f2. Now to turn this need the centripetal force, and we have to give the sources of this force also. So in this case, on the level road, it is considered that friction mu r1, f2 is mu r2, and f1 f2, that is equal to mu r1 r2, and this balanced by the weight, that is f1 f2 is mu mg. And if the vehicle turn with velocity v on this radius r, then centripetal force is mv square upon r, and the source of this centripetal force is this frictional force. Then we can say that mv square is equal to mu mg, or here the velocity, maximum velocity with which the vehicle turn on the level road safely is mu rg. But sometime where the motion is always turn like the hilly areas and the wheels are not proper, there is a slippery roads, then to based on this frictional force for the centripetal force is not a reliable part. Then we need the banking of roads. Banking of road means to provide the necessary centripetal force, the outer edge of the road is raised as little to above the inner edge to provide the required centripetal force, and this is called angle of banking. This is called the angle of banking. Now here we consider the vehicle and its weight mg downward. This is the normal reaction. Here this normal reaction is resolved into two components, r cos theta and r sin theta. Now this is the source here. When we neglect the friction in this case, then this r cos theta is mg, and this r sin theta provides the centripetal force. Then we have this tan theta, that is v square upon rg when we divide these. And now this is level road velocity, and this is the banked road velocity without friction to take the safely turns. But if we considering, because friction is not removed any surface completely, it can be minimized, then here we considering the friction. Here we considering the friction. Now we considering the friction. Let's draw it again. This is this value, angle theta, weight mg, normal reaction r, two components r cos theta, r sin theta. We can say that this is the friction F. Now this can be resolved into two components. This is theta, and we can say this theta, we can also show it with some other color, that this is force of friction, this is angle theta like this, and this component is F cos theta, and this component is F sin theta. Now when we considering to explaining this, what we have, this r cos theta is equal to this F sin theta plus mg, then r cos theta minus F sin theta equal to mg. But what is the F? Mu r. So what we write here, r cos theta mu r sin theta equal to mg, then r cos theta 1 minus mu tan theta equal to mg. Now these two forces that provide the centripetal force, r sin theta F cos theta is mv square upon r, then r sin theta mu r cos theta equal to mv square upon r. Again we write r cos theta, then it become tan theta plus mu equal to mv square upon r. Now divide this equation by this. What we got when I divide this, r cos theta 1 minus mu tan theta divided by mg. It cancelled, then v square is equal to rg tan theta plus mu upon 1 minus mu tan theta, and when we considering the v, we taking the square root. Now we have this velocity, required velocity, maximum velocity by which the body turns on a banked road by considering the coefficient of friction also. So here we considering the banked road with the friction. If we considering the bending of cyclist, bending of cyclist means why the cyclist bend inward when it take a turn on this road. Vertical, if we take a turn, if we consider this is the cyclist position and this is the angle theta where it lean inward, mg, r, again this theta, r cos theta, r sin theta. Now this again provide the centripetal force, again like this rg. This is the same situation we got here. Then tan theta is v square upon rg, then theta is tan inverse v square upon rg, and we calculate the angle at which the cyclist lean inward to provide it the required centripetal force. So these are the examples where we are considering the angle, we are considering the velocity for which the body turn along the level road, banked road, or to provide it the required centripetal force. Then one example is more, motion in vertical circle. Motion in vertical circle means the body move in circular path but in vertical circular path. This is not horizontal. If we start the motion here, lowest point with v1, the body is mg. This is the radius of the circle, string to which this stone has to be tied to move in a vertical circular path. This is our highest point. Again it has the velocity v, weight mg, but there must be the tension. Here is T1, here is T2. Now what are the equations? Here we have the equation at point A. We have the equation T1 minus mg, that is provide the required force mv square upon r. If we say that this is the radius of it, is this circular path, this is the radius, Then at point B, these two are in same direction. At point B, we can say T plus mg is equal to mv2 square upon r. Now keep in mind, for looping this circle, completing this circle, we have some certain conditions. First condition is at the highest point tension must be 0. So when you put the 0 plus mg, that is mv2 square upon r, m is cancelled, but you got here rg under root. But at point A, there is a conservation of energy. At point A, only the kinetic energy is there. But at point B, there is a kinetic energy also, and there is a potential energy mgh like 2r, and this equation is correspond v1 square v2 square plus 4gr. M is cancelled, half, then 4gr. Now what is this? gr plus 4gr, that is 5gr, means v1 velocity is under root 5gr. So to loop this circle completely, the velocity at the lowest point must be under root 5gr, and at the highest point this velocity is under root gr. Now the tension is T0. Then what about the tension T1? If this equation is written as, we write this equation as T1 minus mg m 5gr upon r cancelled, then we got T1 is 6 mg. So for looping this circular path, vertical motion, what are the conditions that we have? The tension conditions: at the highest point it is 0, at the lowest point it is 6 mg, and these are the velocities at these points. Now we have some practical applications for this motion, like the pilots in jet plane, they are making the loop, and if they not tied their belt, they not be slipped down. Bucket of water then filled with and moving, it must be experienced that the required radius, required velocity, if this velocity is under root 5gr, it can be complete this loop. And the example is, in a circus, motorcyclist is do the this motorcycling inside the cage, and how it perform this, because if the cage is a this circular cage and he has to be entered at this point, so at this point its velocity must be under root 5gr. Then how it attain this velocity if this radius is r? So there must be a some height over there from which the motorcyclist start rolling down, and when it reached here, it acquire this velocity under root 5gr, then it hit the highest point, it is under root gr, so that it complete this circle. Then how we get this relation for this? Because at this point the velocity is under root 5gr, and if this here is a freely fall, then what we have? V square u square 2gh, but this velocity is 0, 2gh, or this velocity is under root 2gh. If these two velocities are equal, then this 5gr is 2gh, g is cancelled. What is this h? 5r upon 2, means this height is decided with this radius of this circular cage in which the body has to be rolled down to cover this vertical circular motion. So this is all about the centrifugal circular motion. Here we need the friction, where we use the friction as a source of centripetal force. Centripetal force is the real force whose causes are known and to be explained. So this is the part of that laws of motion. In laws of motion, Newton's laws of motions, that we considering the momentum, impulse, conservation of momentum. On the base of momentum, we have the different examples: conservation of momentum, and the friction, frictional forces, causes of frictions, types of frictions, and then we have the angle of friction and repose. And friction is also called the necessary evil because it has the advantages and disadvantages, and these are some examples for that friction. Okay.